Come join Libby, Molly, and Tiffany, the ladies of Consignment Chats, where we talk about all things consignment.
Hi. Welcome to C Chats. What episode are we on, Tiffany?
Oh my goodness, you would ask me that, wouldn't you? I don't have my thing pulled up right now.
You always know.
I know. We get so many now. I've lost track.
We are all right, let me see.
I feel like
episode 32. Woo. And we are bringing you Diva G's DeuxOver. Mm-hmm. And the focus this month is going to be on her social media setup.
Yeah.
So let's go check in with Diva G, see what she's up to, see what kind of progress she's made, and we'll meet back here at the end. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, Diva G. How's everything going?
Good. Busy, crazy. So yeah, everything's really well.
Glad to hear it. Make yourself comfortable. We have people wondering what's going on. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. Let's see where you are. And I'm going to do a little recap of our last, for those of you that haven't caught it. We did a Diva G intro. We're doing a series that follows Janine's journey into reselling. And last episode, the introduction one, if you haven't watched it, go back and catch it. But we ended up and we kind of talked about your goals and what you were doing. And right now it was a concentration on just getting your eBay listings up and getting a store established. We kind of ended saying you wanted to get a helper and do 6 listings a day was your goal. We kind of backed that up and said a little bit, if you weren't able to get a helper, so you weren't dependent on that, we do say, 1 listing a day is a great goal when you're getting started, just to kind of keep that algorithm going. And we talked about having a big photo day. So tell us where you are with that and what's going on.
So after we spoke, I had a couple of things I was working on personally, a wedding and some family stuff. And then I went to Arizona for 10 days. And that's where I do a big amount of my consignment shopping for
that's right.
things that I like to resell. So I was kind of on a search trip out there and then meeting with someone out there who may be interested in helping drive inventory and doing the shipping and stuff on inventory out there. So while I was out in Arizona, I had somebody back here in Virginia who was working at my house on the inventory that I currently have, and photographing and separating and labeling things. And we'd gotten a few things up on the site. And as I'm driving around in a rental car in the middle of the day, no radio or anything on, all of a sudden I hear the cash register sound of like cha-ching. And I'm looking around going, what in the world was
that? Best sound ever, right?
It was the sound of money going into my bank account from eBay. Right. So, I was really tickled. So actually 3 things sold while I was out in Arizona shopping for more stuff. So I was really, and they got shipped. And I had someone who was at my house who was able to ship them all out. So that's the most important thing. And I'm really tickled. So now I'm back in Virginia and ordered more supplies yesterday in bulk. As far as the packing supplies and the tape and the tissue paper and things like that, so we can get things packaged and out, more boxes. And been working with Molly this week a little bit on the logo development.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit. That's really cool. That cha-ching is addictive, isn't it?
I love it.
And
I love looking on going how much I've sold, in this past week. So it makes me feel great. So it's exciting.
It really is. It's motivating. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And we're talking a little bit about Molly's still, what do you say, off?
She's on her day off.
Location.
She's on sabbatical.
She's on sabbatical, but she's still working. So Janine had been working with her about logos and branding because we think that's a really important part of the process as you're getting all this set up, that everything has a cohesive look, logo. And before we really dove into social media, the first step was getting a logo, getting colors, getting a consistent getting a consistent branding. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a little bit with what Molly and Janine have been working on. There are 3 logos, and let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do the screen share.
And I'll be honest, I didn't even see final.
I know.
Because we talked briefly and she was so busy and okay, I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
So here we go. All right. So number 1.
I like that one.
Number 2.
I like that. I like them all.
They're all really cool. And number 3.
I haven't even seen that one.
Oh, is that the surprise one? She said she threw one in there that you hadn't seen. So you guys, as everybody can see, I'm in Canva now, which is an app. It's a software program where a lot of people do graphic design and develop logos and like your branding colors and all that good stuff. Tiffany, I know you're a big Canva user as well.
Yep.
Molly and Tiffany are the Canva people. So is there one that you are kind of leaning toward, or?
I kind of like the top one the best right now. Because in my head, I'm thinking banner, stickers, to put on packaging, business cards, note cards.
Yeah.
How will it translate to merchandising and that sort of thing. But I also like a combination of that very last one, because I love the circle girl in the middle, and I love the way the DeuxOver is on the top of this bottom logo. And that would actually look so cool on top of the circle lady in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like DeuxOver over the circle emblem of the lady looking over her shoulder. Wouldn't that look really cool? Yeah. With the boutique under?
I think so, yeah.
Wouldn't she look really cool too?
I love them. Did you choose the colors? Did Molly choose the colors?
We talked about colors and I sent her some palettes of colors, which were pinks, of course. Hot pinks, soft pinks, robin's egg blue, black, navy blue, some gold, one of them did have gold on as one of the flourishes, but in my head, I'm thinking as far as production costs, to print gold is sometimes can be more expensive than it is. So like this bottom flourish on the top logo, instead of it being in hot pink, was in gold. And I said, what if we changed that to hot pink instead?
I'm a fan of I think they're all beautiful for different reasons. But number one's my favorite. Number 1 because it's the clean spelling of DeuxOver. Like I think that needs to be, and this is just totally my personal opinion. It needs to be super clear.
Yes.
In print, because people may not understand click and exactly how to spell it, but I think it's super clear in that one.
And to me, in my head, what I was thinking is like somebody was saying, yeah, you should have a do you day, do you and at the DeuxOver boutique, and DeuxOver double D, double discount day, or DeuxOver triple D days. Yeah. Do double discounts or something. We're going to come up with some catchy, fun things to kind of use the name in a clever way. And this is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah. I like that. We're going to put those up in our community and on social media as well, so people can kind of take a look and comment and maybe bring some things to light that you hadn't thought of or Molly hadn't thought of. But it is ultimately your decision. All these logos will be resized to fit your social media, so you have the banner. And for those of you that don't know, in Canva, you can resize depending on what you're doing, whether you need a YouTube thumbnail, a Facebook header, a banner. You can resize and kind of rework your logo once you design it. Yeah.
Yep. Wonderful.
Tiffany, you were going to
It's
add
exciting.
something. I'm sorry.
No, I really like the first one. But I do think any combination of the three could be, reworked. And I really like but I do like the crisp, clear DeuxOver. So there's no question about how it's spelled.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wanted it to have a little bit of a vintagey, but not too old look, like classy, feminine look to it. So
I
I
think
like
that
the lettering. Yeah, I think the lettering is perfect. In all of them, I like the lettering. Now, I'm not sure about the flourish in this last one.
Mhm.
That's a little more like, it's beautiful, but it's more farmhouse to me, like more modern farmhouse style or bohemian style, which
Okay.
at one point I was leaning towards like a boho kind of a look. But I think if that even was removed and just her silhouette, maybe even a little bit larger or a little bit bolder with just the words would be really cool.
Yeah.
Just,
I can't
I don't know.
wait
I love
to
the
see like
lettering.
what you guys end
love
up
it.
on and with. It's really cool.
Yeah,
And
she's so clever.
I just love the fact that you're already thinking about how to extend your logo into other,
Absolutely.
things. Like in my business, we have a couple of things going on, but we extended like our Conchi consignment logo to the Conchi boutique, to resale therapy, to other things. We've kind of
Right.
reformatted that. And I know, Tiffany, you've done the same thing. You do, like off the top of my head, I'm thinking Sundays with Laurie. And you kind of extend your brand and your logo in that way.
Yeah. I would love to see that on the first one. I'd love to see the girl in pink.
In hot pink or like a dark, like a bold pink.
Right.
I think Molly sent me one like that. I believe she did. And for me, it didn't look balanced, but let's see if she can send it or put it up there and see what people think.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to stop sharing.
I like it.
They are so,
I love them.
so beautiful. I'm just super excited to show everybody.
Me too.
And,
Me too. I can't wait, Shelby. Sorry.
And so, all right. So now that your logo is underway, you have your color palette and you're looking at extensions of that, and we'll be finalizing that for you soon and getting you all the formats.
I'm sorry.
We need to talk a little bit about social media and where you are with that. And
I haven't done it yet because I haven't been confident enough to do it. I am so sorry that my dog is barking.
That's part of life, right? We are authentic.
I can grab her. She thinks I have company. Shelby, stop. It's okay, baby.
Shelby wants to be on camera.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you before we start the social media setup and a journey is, I feel like you do have a vision of who your ideal customer is and where you kind of want to meet them. So can you tell us a little bit about who you're targeting and who your ideal customer is?
Somebody like me, or women who are, I would say honestly, anywhere between 25 to 65 or 75 who don't want to spend a fortune on their clothing, but want something cute, want something stylish, want something that they may not ordinarily be able to afford. And I'm hoping that once I'm up and going, that I'll be able to do the social media like I've seen other people do it, including you guys, where you take a particular item and then you style it with other things, whether it be shoes or a piece of jewelry or a handbag or something, and then sell the look, whether somebody wants the whole look or they want just a piece of it, and be able to let somebody feel good about how they are presenting themselves on a budget.
I think that is going to be phenomenal and a phenomenal message. Now, because you have such a strong message, it's not as challenging as like for Tiffany and I, we sell such a wide variety of
Right.
items. It's a little bit more of a challenge in that respect to just focus in. But the fact that you have such a strong notion of who your customer is and what they want is really going to make this is a little, I don't want to say easier, but a little more.
Well, no, I think it will be easier and I think it will be fun. And I think at some point, then what I'd like to do is branch out and be able to include menswear, some upscale menswear as well, and do the same thing with that. And maybe appeal to younger guys who either don't know how to dress properly or don't have the desire to go shopping and put things together, and maybe almost like a personal shopper kind of stylist vibe from the site, so that they can already have an idea of what a look should look like that they're trying to achieve, whether it's for date night with a new girl, or it's going to the office picnic, or it's, you know, taking the boss golfing. Whatever it is, that they know that this is a look that you might want to strive for, and we have these pieces that will help you get there.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, you are going to do it for sure. I can tell already. You got this. You got this. So I think probably the two places to start, and once you get your logo, you can just open a Facebook. Like, I don't know if you've claimed your name, the DeuxOver Boutique, on Facebook.
I haven't, but nobody else has it. Nobody else has it, and I haven't claimed it yet.
Okay, so I'm going to have you do that as soon as we're done recording, before this episode is even released, because I don't want anybody else to grab it.
Okay.
You can start setting up the page and claim the name without actually publishing the page.
Yes.
Now, if I have a personal Facebook page, is that going to be a problem? Because I did look at doing that earlier, and it seems like there was some hiccup to where I couldn't do it because I already have a personal page.
No, you actually need a personal page to have a business page.
Okay.
The only way you can have a business page is if you have a
same with Instagram.
No. Okay. Instagram, even though, and Instagram and Facebook are run the same. So they're owned by the same, they're both owned by Facebook.
Right.
So you'll see a lot of overlap there. But no, you just go on, register your account, claim your name.
Okay.
Nobody has to see it. I mean, don't worry about it. Like Tiffany said, it doesn't have
just
to
grab it,
but go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You don't have to have a personal Instagram. You can only have you just have a business Instagram, which I think is what Libby does. I happen to have both. I
have a personal, but yes, I do want to claim the business one as well.
Yeah.
Before anything else. Yeah.
Right.
And I would keep that separate.
When you're in the app, you can switch back and forth between the two.
Okay.
Yep.
Once I figure out what I'm doing.
Claim the name is just your first thing there, and that's like
good.
Yeah. So when you go into Facebook, I'm just going to run through a couple of things that we're going to have you think about when you start your page. Well, number one, you're going to claim both of your names. You're going to think about a content schedule, like how often do you want to post? Like, do you want to be a once a week poster? Do you want to be a once a day? Do you want to, you're going to think about that, and you're going to think about what kind of things you want to post. Personal things do really well, like when it crosses over between, but we can talk about what content works. And we do have an episode just on social media with Kathy Terrell.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll help a lot with that. We definitely want to, from the beginning, start with the 80-20 rule. So you're going to be 80% social at least and 20% selling.
Okay.
Right. So you might say, here's an interesting fact about this designer, or did you see what I did yesterday? And then, here's a bag we have for sale. So you're going to kind of follow that. And when you start it, you're going to get a little content up there before you start inviting people or make it public. You want to look a little bit established. So one of the things this is a common mistake, that people invite everybody, their Uncle Joe, their, whoever. You want to make sure you're only inviting your ideal customer.
Okay.
I know it's tempting to get the numbers up to invite, but it actually ends up kind of shooting you in the foot in the long run. You definitely want to have, people that are going to interact, people that you know, it's applicable to.
Girlfriends that would
Yeah.
buy or wear the
Right.
things that the things that I'm
Right.
going
You
to
can ask
carry.
them to invite their friends that have similar
Right.
interests, that sort of thing.
Okay.
That is just one thing. You're not ready to go live yet, but when
No.
you do, we'll be here, and it's probably not going to be too. I'm going to bet it's going to be by the next time we meet.
It may be. It may be. I'm getting ready to order a second set of lights so I can have a set at my home in Newport News and at the place I stay in Virginia Beach as well, so that I'm always prepared to do the shooting. And we've got a lot of photos loaded up. It's just now getting the descriptions and getting things uploaded into the eBay online store. So we're getting there. It's just, the shooting of the pictures, all of that had to happen first, and then making sure that we get everything loaded.
It's a lot of work.
Right content that gives the right message, because I want it to sound like it's fun. Like, hey, you helped me walk through the right way to describe things. A night on the town, or this is the perfect little bag to, top off your outfit. And I want it to sound fun, but also not be so crazy time consuming.
Right. You have to find that balance. And one of the things, like, as you're doing that in regard to social media, like, set some of that stuff aside for social media content, because you are writing these fun, cute descriptions that really will go well with your whole idea for how you're going to focus your social media, kind of styling them. And so set them aside, because when you get rolling, you're not going to have much time to like go back and go, oh, I should do this. You don't want to be spending too much time thinking about your social media and what content you're going to put up there, especially when you already have a lot of the work done.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can put those up, like you can put those up now before you make your page public.
Okay.
And that's a good segue.
And sit there in limbo until you hit the go live button or.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Instagram, that's the other thing. And that's going to hit a little bit of a younger audience, more like the 25 to, 45 range. And probably your Facebook is going to hit the older end of your range. Instagram, you're going to want to have 9 posts up before you start really inviting people, following people, doing that sort of thing. 9, yeah. So your feed looks full. It doesn't look like you have one post up there and it's not inviting.
Right.
So you're just going to be, you'll probably introduce yourself, your logo, that sort of thing. And you're going to get 9 posts up there. And you're going to work on your profile, which I think, Tiffany, what do you think? I'm thinking just everything that Janine just described as her mission statement. Like, we are providing fashion for less and looks, and you're just going to have like a great sentence describing who you are, who the DeuxOver boutique is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think so, Tiffany?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you do a great job at describing, what you are. And I think you just putting that as much as you can in the character limit in Instagram would be good.
Okay.
Yeah. And same with
just
Facebook.
helping women find their fashion forward selves.
There we go. On a budget.
On a budget.
Yes, I want to shop there. I'll tell you that.
On a fashion backwards budget. on a money backwards budget. That's right.
I was thinking, you know what I've been thinking about? I've been thinking about Emily's page, the Shop Syllabi or whatever,
Yeah.
That she did a great job of posting the progress that she was making towards getting ready. So I mean, people love to see that behind the scenes stuff, the buildup of the the big reveal.
Okay, that's a really good point. Yeah, people get invested in that and they really like to support. That's a really good point. So maybe not wait too long, or capture some photos of you in action, getting set up, finding cool items, whatever that looks like. And check out Emily's Instagram, because she did a really good job of documenting that. And it's is it Shop Syllabi?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. So it's Emily Underhill, and it's Silibi. Am I getting that right?
Okay.
But we'll link it. We'll link it up when we release this in the show notes.
I forget what it stands for. Something about, I don't know. But anyway.
I love by, yeah, something. It has a really cool meaning behind it.
We did a whole, yeah.
Yeah. And okay, on your Instagram, I know I'm throwing a lot at you here, but I think probably in the show notes, I'm also going to document the steps and the stuff we're kind of recommending, because it's a little overwhelming. In your Instagram, in your profile where you describe yourself, you get one link.
Okay.
Anything you want to link to? I know you don't have a website or anything yet.
Should I link it to the Facebook or should I link it to the eBay store?
I'm thinking probably your eBay store, since that is your primary platform. And we'll get into, and this might be a whole episode on hashtags and how to use them.
You mean the pound sign?
Yeah, the pound sign.
Yeah, it's the pound sign. Yes.
Yeah. So
I need a whole episode on hashtags. Okay.
Yeah.
I always wanted to call it the number sign, because that's what
the number sign.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll go over that. I'm just mentioning it's out there, kind of observe what's going on with hashtags when you're on Instagram, but we'll go over that. Don't let it hold you back. It's a whole science in itself. Really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
hashtag DeuxOver, do you?
Yeah. You can start promoting that. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So what else, Tiffany? Is that, it sounds, you have a lot to do. You've made incredible progress over the past month. And I think you have some great action items to take away today.
I do have a lot of action items, and I'm excited though. And number one will be, as soon as we are done with this, is getting my Facebook.
Yeah, I'm anxious about that.
Hearing that. I will get it as soon as we're done. I promise. I will text you when it's done.
That would be terrible if the name was gone by the time you went to go get it.
I know. Gosh, I hope no.
All right.
No.
All right.
Better.
Well, we're going to let you go, get your names
do it
together,
right
and we'll be touching base throughout the month before we record again and give everybody an update on your progress. And I hope you have a wonderful month. I know you will. And I can't wait to hear back from you.
You too. And I hope everybody weighs in on the logo design, so we get going on that. And I'm ready to get printed and rock and roll. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. And it is your choice. It's whatever you say. Right?
Oh, I know, but I certainly would love some opinions.
Yeah.
I think Molly's done a fantastic job. So
I know. I can't wait for everybody to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that was amazing. I can't believe everything Diva G has done over the course of, it's been maybe 5 weeks.
Right.
Maybe 4. I don't know.
And those logos, Molly, and those logos, my gosh.
Yeah. I can't wait to, I love the color palette. I love everything they work together to do. Mm-hmm. So choosing is going to be hard.
I know. Now it got me thinking I need to get Molly to work on my logo.
Yeah.
I need a revamp.
She's good. Yeah. She revamped ours. Oh, I don't know, last year maybe. Just added some little, because I love my logo. I had it designed by a friend years ago. And my friend she owns a design company. She was a customer. She did our logo, and I just love it. So I didn't want to stray too far, but it did need a couple little updates.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about for mine too.
Yeah. So what else? Let's see. Diva G is well on her way. Can't wait to see what she brings to us next month and gets her social media started. Right. And we'll be following along in more detail in our community. So Tiffany, what's been going on over in our C-Chats community on Facebook?
Well, our episode 30 was on cross-listing. And in that episode, we mentioned the Seller Community Podcast by List Perfectly, hosted by Liz O'Kane and Snoop Dougie.
Doug Smith. Yeah, Snoop Dougie.
Doug Smith, yes. And I was so excited because when that video went up, we immediately got comments from both Liz and Doug on our video on YouTube.
Oh, how nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So Liz said, another great Consignment Chats video. I know I stink at commenting on videos and groups. I love learning about the many ways people list and cross-post and make sales. Great tips and advice here. See you in the community. And
Oh, wonderful.
Liz is in our Facebook community. So that's
Yeah,
good.
she is a wealth of knowledge. Oh my gosh. And she's so real. She's so real. I love listening to their podcast. I love to see what they're bringing every week. And the fact that she's part of our community is just even better.
Yep. And then Doug Smith wrote, thanks ladies for the very nice comments and thanks for listening to the Seller Community Podcast. This video was fun. I wouldn't and couldn't do it without Liz.
Oh, how nice.
It's really nice to have them comment on it. And if you haven't watched that episode and you are interested in cross-listing, you should take a watch at that. And then also Libby and I both did some quick chats showing how we use List Perfectly to cross-list.
Mm-hmm.
And those are really informative.
And informal. You're not wrong.
I was trying for informative. So check them out.
And for those of you listening on podcast, they are only on YouTube because we do screen shares and show you how we use List Perfectly to cross list. So check them out on our YouTube channel. It's just some additional content under the playlist Quick Chats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it.
All right. Well, let's get back to work. And until next week.
Wait. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Please subscribe.
Hey, Molly's
all of you are doing such a good job at subscribing and liking. I forgot to mention it, but yes, it makes a big difference to us and how we are boosted up in search, and it boosts up our spirits when somebody subscribes and comments. We just love it.
And reviews us on Apple Podcasts or any podcast platform. That'd be great too.
Yeah, I think Apple is the only one right now that you can review on. So even if you don't listen on Apple Podcasts, if you could go over there and hit the 5 stars if you think we deserve it, makes a huge difference to us. And we truly, truly appreciate it.
And we do read every comment and every review and every note. We love it.
Yes. Keeps us going.
Yep.
Much like the coffee in my mug here.
Yes, we take it.
Well, until next week, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining Libby, Molly, and Tiffany, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we talked about all things consignment. To learn more and keep chatting, find Consignment Chats on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and Instagram.